Hey there, and great to be back with you. Miss me? Well, let's get this thing rolling anyway. Starting today with news made over the Atlantic Ocean in an Alitalia airplane, to be precise. This obviously file footage, not over the Atlantic. It was there, however, that Pope Benedict XVI spoke with reporters on his way to the U.S., this being his first pilgrimage to the States, as Pope at least. The pontiff directly addressing the sex abuse scandals that have been hanging over the Roman Catholic Church. Well, that's a first, too. Benedict saying he was, quote, deeply ashamed by the abuse, promising to do everything possible to heal this wound. His remarks coming as American Catholics, and the just plain curious, preparing for his week-long trip to Washington and New York. Well, to news not made on an airline now, but about them. Delta and Northwest Airlines, namely, both hoping for a smooth landing. You get it? For their proposed merger. Well, both airlines now out of bankruptcy and wanting to stay that way, and if approved, the stock swap deal would create the world's largest airline, at least in traffic. Well, now that may or may not be good news for already overcrowded airports. All of this, of course, assuming regulators and workers' unions sign off on the deal. An update now on a story that we've been tracking here. Now, you remember these guys? Yeah, nice throw. The anti-whaling activists chucking rotten butter at the Japanese whaler Nisshin maru. Well, this is not an update on the butter chuckers, but the whaler, however, is now back in port in Tokyo, with about half as much whale meat on board as hoped. The crew all smiles at dock. However, Japanese authorities finding very little to smile about. The tally so far, 551 of a planned 950 whales killed during the 5-month trip. Tokyo saying it's considering legal action against the protesters. Well, at least they didn't set fire to the rotting butter. Our latest in the parade of bad behavior, taking us to Arnhem in the Netherlands. Fans at the Groningen-Amsterdam game TPing the stands with toilet paper, and then setting it all on fire. Perhaps no surprise, the game was suspended. Amazingly, only one person was injured. Officials are investigating how this all happened. Hey guys, here's one possibility. Perhaps free toilet paper day at the stadium. Not such a good idea after all. Well, lastly, a story that we think would have made Aesop proud. You know, he of all those Aesop's fables fame. Today's moral, the ugly duckling is really a beautiful swan. Perhaps we should have just stuck with ugly. Well, to Florida now, and Polly wants the heat turned up. Or at least a coat of feathers. Oscar the cockatoo, everyone. She, yes, a girl named Oscar, survived a bird virus recently that almost killed her. Well, now don't worry, she's plenty healthy now, and plenty bald.
She's a very beautiful bird if you get past her appearance. She's our little mascot.
Mascot? Really? Well, maybe if you worked for a guy named Colonel Sanders. Now, are you glad that I'm back? Well, just wait till you see what we're cooking up for you tomorrow. And so teased, we hope to see you then.